today's video I'll show you how to make bread rolls. They're wholemeal bread rolls, very simple ingredients, just few ingredients, no additive to it added, very simple and tasty. I made those for my daughter's school lunches. Okay, our ingredients for our freshly baked bread rolls. Believe it or not, it's only 4 ingredients to make it. Actually 3 because water is one of them. So, flour. The flour is very important. Better quality bread flour, better quality bake. You have to understand that rule when it comes to baking. So, my flour is from Marks and Spencer. I'm not sure where you live. Leave a comment where you're watching this video from. I live in UK and I do like good quality flour. For bread rolls in today's video I'll be using specialty flour from Marks and Spencer. That one is wholemeal flour, bread flour. I have to highlight the fact it's a bread flour. In here I will be using wholemeal. I will be trying first time wholemeal. Usually I'm getting exactly this one, but just white bread flour. This one is wholemeal Canadian bread flour, so I'll be using that one here. In terms of water, do not use a tap water. Why? Because it can even destroy the yeast. So you want to use nice natural water, but not a tap one, and it should be room temperature. So that's important fact about water you're using for your bake. Now yeast, we can use a fresh or dry one. It's up to you. It doesn't make that much difference if you're using fresh or dry. I had fresh one because I was baking ciabatta bread. If you want to check out that video, it's on my channel. It's authentic ciabatta bread. So this one is yeast, fresh yeast, and we'll need just 3 grams. And you can keep the rest in the fridge, so you won't waste it, don't worry. And we need table salt. So that is everything you need to make bread rolls. So let's get started. Very simple recipe. We're gonna start with measuring 220 milliliters of water, mineral water, or 1 cup. I can measure milliliters on my scale, so that's nice and easy for me. So I'm just gonna make sure it's milliliters and pour the water straight in. So 220 milliliters straight to the scale, to the bowl. Now we're gonna measure 3 grams of fresh yeast. You can use dry, it's up to you. Straight into the bowl. Now we're gonna mix everything well with a fork to combine both ingredients. To this we're gonna add 320 grams of flour straight in. I will have probably end up with about 6 bread rolls, and I want to get more healthy flour because I'm making bread rolls for my daughter for school for her sandwiches. Now we're gonna combine all the ingredients just with a fork. We do not combine ingredients in a mixer. It's really important you're doing this by hand. It's nice. In here there's no dry flour around on the side or on the bottom. There shouldn't be any dry flour left. So it took me 5 minutes just with a fork. Now we have to leave it for 30 minutes covered in a very warm place. So by radiator, the best. Okay, 30 minutes is gone. I'll show you how our dough doing. Doing good. We've got our dough in here and we have prepared a little bit of cold water on the side. Okay, what we need to do now is just make your fingers wet, and then we're gonna stretch our dough from one side to the middle, from one side to the middle, from one side to the middle, from one side to the middle. We're gonna leave it for another 30 minutes in one place. Okay, it's been a half an hour, and as you can see in here, dough has grown. So we're gonna do the same. So we're gonna grab it, stretch the sides of it again, lift it and shape it to the ball, and then we're gonna leave it again to rest for about an hour. We'll leave it to rise again. As you can see in here, our dough has grown, which is a good sign. Now we'll need a bit of flour, the same flour we're using for this. Now we're going to stretch our dough and we're going to cut the dough into 6 and we're going to shape it into balls, into rolls. I've stretched all my dough from side to side of my chopping board. Now we're just going to divide it into 6 because we're going to have 6 bread rolls. Now we're going to grab each part of the dough and we're going to fold it like this. We're going to add more flour. And now we're going to fold each side to the inside, grab it, inside, 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 turn around, and now we're gonna form a ball. So we form a nice and round ball. We're going to do that with all of them. So we've got a bread roll shape. Okay, we have shaped our bread rolls. We're going to want them around the same size as you can see in here. You can always adjust it and take from one to the other to make sure they are kind of similar size. You want to space them out because they're going to grow a little bit more. We're going to cover them now with a cloth and we're going to leave it for about 1 hour. Okay, and now the final step. What we need to do is put a bit of flour. I'm gonna put some rice flour on top. So we're gonna put a bit of rice flour on top. We're gonna flatten them up, and then with a fork, we're gonna form a little top. Now we're just gonna move them from here to this. I've got a small baking tray, so I'm just gonna use 3 in here. Now we're gonna sprinkle the water around it, and then we're gonna cover with another the same size baking tray. Now I'm going to be baking it like this for 20 minutes in 220 Celsius. After 20 minutes we take the cover, get rid of the cover, top one, and bake for another 10 minutes. We have baked them. You can buy those in the shop. They are 3 ingredients, very healthy, simple. You know what you're eating.